Alright, so when does it rain money? When there is a change in the weather. Alright guys, welcome back to Socially Bearded, and thank you for staying tuned through that god-awful joke and the very nice intro. If you're new here, basically what we do is every Wednesday we drop a beard-related video, product review or tips and tricks, something like that. And then every Sunday we drop a shave video. Basically the same thing, razor review, shave soap, consumable products, something like that. So if that's something you're into, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you liked the video, drop me a like. So today we are going to talk about not a new company, but a company that has recently kind of done a rebrand, kind of reinvented, so to speak. And that company is Weatherbeard Supply Company. And Corey will be the first to tell you it's not Weatherbeards, it's not Weathered Beard, it's not Weathered and Bearded, it is Weatherbeard Supply Company. So real quick, a little bit about Weatherbeard Supply Company. It is owned and operated by Corey and Hannah Weatherbeard. That's kind of where you get the name Weatherbeards, Weatherbeard, Weatherbeards. So they started in November of 2015, or technically that's when they launched. And Corey's beginnings, it's kind of like a few other companies that we've heard. He discovered beard oil, probably liked but not loved what he was able to find, back in 2015 or 2014 even, and decided to make his own. He finally arrived at a blend that worked best for him, and he started passing it out to people, just kind of sharing his creation with friends, family, stuff like that. And then one of them actually suggested that you should sell this, this is really good, this works really well for me. I like the scent, I like the feeling beard, this and that, same old story there. You should sell this. So in November of 2015, they launched Weatherbeard Supply Company and had great success. He has a lot of accounts like at barbershops and thrift stores, stuff like that. He does farmers markets and flea markets, stuff like that. Had really, really good success with that type of selling. So you fast forward to early 2021, April, May, starting to get into June here, and him and Hannah, Corey and Hannah, they decide to rebrand everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. The carrier blend, the labeling, the packaging, the scents. He changed everything. So really the only remnants left of the old Weatherbeard Supply Company is some of the leftover products, a few solid colognes, maybe the soap. I think he even might have changed the packaging on the soap as well. But in my opinion, he made a very good move. Again, I like the packaging, I love the presentation. And so as far as the new carrier oil blend, the new butter, this and that, all that, we'll get into that right now. So the ingredients for your beard oil, we always start at beard oil, so we'll start there today. So your ingredients are going to be, see if you can take a freeze frame there just in case. It's going to be absinion, jojoba, hemp seed, sunflower, fractionated coconut, meadowfoam, shea nut, castor, and then of course your essential and or fragrance oils that make up the scent. So what does that say to me? So it's got castor in it. We've talked about castor a little bit, kind of how I feel about it. Sometimes I like it. It's really, really beneficial. Sometimes I think it can be overused, but I have seen it where there was a higher amount, but along with the other carrier oils that were with it, it actually has worked really well for me. So the consistency of this oil for me is just a dead even medium. There is no medium light, no medium heavy. For me, it is just right down the middle medium. And I also think that's kind of where Corey was headed. Medium. He didn't want anything, overly thick, but he also didn't want it super thin where you wouldn't want to use it in the winter time. So for me, it is a right down the road medium. Now, the ingredients for your butter are going to be pretty simple. See if we can get another freeze frame for you. All it is shea butter plus the carrier blend. Now, when Corey started out, he wanted to have mango butter and possibly some other things in there, and by the time he got the formula where he wanted it, the mango butter was completely gone. He doesn't like the, mango butter can leave you like a tacky, sometimes heavy feeling, and Corey did not want that at all. His old butter was a whip, so I can imagine going from a whip to a mango heavy poured butter. I can imagine, you not being used to that and really, really not liking that. So he arrived at shea butter plus his carrier oil blend. And for me, it's really nice. The consistency, it is a heavier poured butter, but it goes in very nice. It breaks down nice in the hands. It's not real super tacky. It goes in the beard. It absorbs, pretty fast. So now let's go ahead and move on to the pricing. Okay, so your pricing for the oil is going to be a 1 ounce oil for $19.99, and then you're going to be able to get a 2 ounce butter or a 2 ounce balm for $17.99. Now you can get a 3/4 ounce solid cologne for $19.99, a 4.5 to 5 ounce bar of soap for $6.99. And Corey also offers a sample kit for $29.99. Now what that is 8, I think they're 1/3 ounce, 1/3 ounce. So 10 milliliters, something like that. And I could be wrong on the exact size of that, but I think it's a 1/3 ounce. And you get 8 of them, you get one of every scent for $30 in what he calls the Wilderness Survival Kit. It comes in a nice little reusable tin. It's got some cool stickers in there. It's really a really neat sample pack. I think Corey killed it on the sample pack there. Okay, so real quick before we move on to consistency and feel and the scents, let's go over the soap really quick. Now, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sit here and read off the ingredients of the soap. There's a lot on there, but I am going to show that kind of in detail there. Again, I just mentioned the soap is 4.5 to 5 ounces, and it is $6.99. Now, full disclosure, Corey is not a soap maker. He does not make this soap. He outsources this soap, but I have had a chance to use the spearmint and basil. I have used it completely up, and the only reason I didn't grab this and start using this one is so I could show it in this video. It comes in this nice little rustic looking cardboard box, got a really, really nice label down here. But how did the soap work? So the spearmint and basil worked amazing for me. It's even got little pieces of what I'm assuming is going to be basil in there. It exfoliates, not overly exfoliates, but it exfoliates nicely. It worked really, really good on my skin. It didn't overly dry me out, but it did clean me very well. I even used it in the beard. I would use it on the head before a shave. Not to shave with, but I would use it, to wash the head before I shave. I always wash my head before I shave. So really the soap, I definitely recommend this soap. For a soap that is not made by the company owner, this is one of the few really good ones out there. I really, really enjoyed this soap. From everything from how well it worked all the way to the scent. That kind of reminds you of that spearmint gum. I can't remember, Wrigley's or something like that, but that's kind of what it reminds me of, was that spearmint chewing gum that you would see in the store. And then the one that I just showed is called Citrus and Sage, and I don't know how much of the sage that I get, but that citrus, I mean, you can tell that it does have an herbal note to it, but the sage is not overly done. There's more citrus in this than there is anything. It's really nice. It's fresh. It's bright, and then got a slight herbalness about it. So if you are somebody that likes sage or citrus, either one, I'm gonna definitely recommend this soap. And if you like the spearmint and basil type scents, stuff like that, go ahead and grab that other one. He has some other ones too. Those are just the two that happen to stand out the most to me. So now let's go ahead and move on to the consistency and feel and beard of the beard products. So again, like I mentioned, the consistency of the beard oil is just a straight down the middle medium consistency. For me, that's just my opinion. Some of you might use it that maybe you like thicker oils and you say, hey, this is a medium light to me. For me, it is a straight down the middle medium. Now, fill in beard. So real quick, let's go back to Corey's old blend, which I did have a couple of bottles of. They were good. I personally am not a fan of grapeseed oil, and that is one of the things that Corey did remove from his old blend, is the grapeseed. Now, his old blend was not bad. I didn't dislike it, but I also didn't love it. This new blend, when I read it off a second ago, you notice there was no grapeseed in it, and the coconut oil, which can sometimes cause me slight problems, was down the list a little bit. So the fill-in beard for this particular blend, the new blend, is honestly out of this world. It is really, really nice. Now, is it my favorite blend that I've ever put in my beard? No, it's not. But it is up there. It's top 10 for sure. And most of you guys that know me know I have tried a lot of different blends. The absorption rate of this is probably 5 minutes tops, obviously unless you overuse it. But the fill-in beard lasts all day. I get at least 10 to 12 hours, out of the fill-in beard. My beard styles really, really nice with this product, especially when you add heat. This is where this product was shined the most, was when you added heat to it, which you see the beard's kind of on point today, and I'm wearing Southbound. So, if that speaks to anything for you, the fill-in beard, the styling capabilities, how well it protects through the day and overnight. Guys know I've kind of been on a weight loss journey, so to speak, and I go out and walk 2 miles every day, and when I'm wearing this, it actually, when I get done, I still got really, really nice fill-in beard. I purposely threw heat to it before my walk every day, even though I was going to come back sweaty and it was going to be all messed up and everything, just to kind of be able to compare the fill-in beard before the walk and after the walk, if that makes sense. And it didn't change a whole lot. There's a lot of blends out there. When I go out and I do my exercise and I break a sweat, when I get in and I kind of dry off a little bit, I get kind of a crunchy, almost a dry type feeling. And that actually did not happen with this blend here. So based off the fill-in beard, I 100% recommend this blend. So now for the butter, you guys know I'm a nighttime only butter guy. Every great once in a while I'll throw butter in during the day just to kind of see what happens, really. I did not do that with this. Like I said, I don't do it very often. But the fill-in beard for this butter, like I said, it goes in really nice. It absorbs really well. 15-20 minutes tops. It's fully absorbed. And it protects really well through the night. I didn't notice any extra residue or anything like that on my pillow, so I think it absorbs really well. But waking up the next morning, a comb glides through it really nice and easily. It still styles pretty well. And I would even go as far as to say, if you are somebody that wears butter during the day, or you're somebody that needs a very light hold, I would say that I think this butter offers it's very light and very minimal. But I do believe that this butter offers a slight hold, if that's something that you're into. But if you're a nighttime butter guy like me, you can rest assured that this will do its job in protecting your beard throughout the night. Alright, so let's move on to everybody's favorite, and that is going to be the scents. Now, I have droned on long enough, so we're not going to go over all 8 scents. I do have them all, but we're just going to kind of cover 3 to 4 of them today. So, real quick, the first one we're going to cover is going to be Lakeside Lodge. And that's going to be crushed sage, salty air, driftwood, earthy vetiver, juicy citrus fruits, and fresh teakwood. What do I get from this scent? So, real quick, I'm going to pay Corey a huge compliment here. He has taken all of these scents and he has made them all highly complex, and it is really hard for me to describe any of these scents, let alone this one here. Now, this scent was featured in my top summer scents video, and it's really, really nice. Now, it's not my favorite out of the REBRAND, but it is a really, really nice one. It is fresh. You get that salty air, the driftwood, teak wood, the sage. Like, I mean, you just kind of get everything. It's imagine a fresh aquatic scent that has some earthy herbal notes along with it. Like, it would really remind you of being lakeside somewhere. Like the name is perfect, Lakeside Lodge. Imagine renting a cabin for the weekend on the side of a lake, and you walk outside first thing in the morning. You know, you get a big old whiff of the mountain air, and I mean, that is that is exactly, you know, what I'm reminded of when I smell this scent. Really good. It is a banger. I bought full sizes in 4 of the scents out of the 8 that I had in the sample pack. So all right, let's move on to Rustic Ridge. Now, this one could possibly be my second favorite. This one is dried oak, smooth caramel, sweet honey, dark amber, smoked hickory, and molasses. When I put this in my beard, I get the hickory and the molasses. I mean, it's just a punch right in the face. This, for me, is easily a nighttime scent. Like I wear this at night quite often, but I also will wear this. I'll wear it anytime. Like that hickory. And I think the oak, like, so I am getting, you know, some earthy, some woody notes out of there, but, you know, it's got the caramel in there, it's got the hickory, the amber, the molasses. I mean, it's almost like a nighttime outdoorsy cologne almost. Not exactly. It's not really cologne. Cologne's kind of a cop out, but it is like a sophisticated nighttime scent. Really nice, and I highly recommend Rustic Ridge. So now let's move on to leathered woods. So this one's going to be genuine leather, fresh cut sawdust, rustic barnwood, earthy moss, and musk. Now, I don't know about the moss or the musk, but the leather and what I think is probably like the barnwood, or it could even be like the sawdust in here, is it lends some kind of it's got a sweet note to it. I could smell it 1,000 times and I could never exactly pick out. I'm gonna be honest, I think it is either the sawdust or the barnwood. It's almost gotta be. There's a sweetness, not like a sweetness you find in a candy or in like vanilla or something like that. It's not like that. There's just a sweetness, I guess fresh cut sawdust, depending on what you're cutting, I guess that can put off kind of a sweet smell, and it's really nice in this. But again, you know, you get that leather and you get the sweet woods in there, and that's, you know, let's call it that, like a sweet wood, you know, leather forward with a sweet wood in there. Really super nice. If you're somebody that likes leather or like woodsy outdoor type scents, you definitely want to pick this up. Also, I could almost see myself wearing this one at night too. It has a slight darkness about it, but very good. Now, let's move on to my favorite. Now, real quick, there is another scent. Obviously, I'm not going to mention it on a Weatherbeard review, but there is another scent out there that I have called my favorite scent of all time. It reminds me of my grandmother who passed away when I was 17 years old, right? This scent fits into the same category. They don't smell alike. They have a couple of the same notes, I guess you could say, but this is Southbound. And Southbound is going to be fresh picked blackberries, sugared pecans, smooth sandalwood, rich amber, and crisp autumn leaves. Now, right out of the bottle and in beard, you get a sweet blackberry. It's got that amber in there. It kind of give you just imagine almost like a blackberry cologne. This scent is really super complex. It's a pretty strong scent, but again, like I said, it reminds me of my grandma. My grandmother passed away when I was 17. I was the baby of the family. You know, I was her pet. I mean, I guess you could say. And any scent that's going to remind me of my grandmother is going to immediately shoot up to the top of the list. This scent will most likely make a top something list. I don't know what, but it'll almost definitely make a top something list. It's really hard for me to go into a story right now I could explain this scent better than I've ever explained any scent, but that explanation is going to probably cause me to shed a tear, so I am not going to go into that. But let's just say it's like a sweet, blackberry-ish, sophisticated type scent. It's fresh, it's nice, it can be worn any time of the day. The scent strength on it is probably, I mean, if you were going 1 to 10, it would probably be a 6.5 to 7. Really super nice. I absolutely could not recommend Southbound anymore for anybody. Alright guys, so that is going to be that's going to be all of the scents we're going to talk about today. I might I might bring another video talking about the other scents, maybe do just a scent review video or something like that. But real quick, all of these scents they're medium to medium heavy scents. None of them are light. You know, when you buy from Weatherbeard, you are going to definitely smell something. You know, you're not going to fight to get a scent out of it. Scent duration was pretty much the same for everything. I got, between 6 and 10 hours out of every scent. There's a couple in there that are a little bit lighter that don't last quite as long, but there are some that will last all day and even into the night. Now, with Corey's rebrand, I really believe he has thought of pretty much everything. He has shared with me some other things that he has in the works that obviously I won't share right now, but I really think Corey has kind of touched on everything, and I really think he has something for everybody in his lineup. So with that being said, I definitely recommend Weatherbeard Supply Company to you, to anybody, to your friends, to your family. Make sure you tell them about it, get them a sample pack, or let them use your sample pack, whatever. Try it out. Let's get Corey some sales. He worked really hard on this rebrand. He done an absolute banger of a job. It cost him a lot of money, so let's kind of pull together and help him recoup some of his losses. And really with that, guys, that is all I have for you today. I appreciate everybody for joining, and we will see you next time. Hey everyone, thank you for watching. If you're new here and you want to support the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and remember to follow me across all social medias.